All right, so back here on the 1978 Toyota pickup, working through the bit of steering debacle that I had going on. So I guess at the end of the day, the real issue was I just didn't take into account the thickness of the U-joints. They're massive compared to what I was sort of expecting. So, you know, the double D rod is only 3/4 around, and it's the same with the spline shaft that comes out of the rack. And then if you just look at them side by side, like, yeah, that's what ended up messing me up, is I just was not considering the fact that, you know, the rod's 3/4, but these U-joints are like 2 inches wide. And so, you know, just something for me to keep in mind in the future is, you know, racks and the shafts and the columns might not be very big, but these U-joints are huge. So as far as like what I got going on, I ended up, you know, creating this bracket that goes around where the motor mount is and allows this piece to slide through. And so that can rest in there, no problem. It's got plenty of space up and around. And then what I need are the steering supports. And so these double U-joints, you know, there's 2 of them. So duh, they count as 2. And it'll be something along this line. So I'll have a double joint coming out of the rack. And then you need to have a steering support bearing for anything above 3. And so I'll end up having what amounts to 4. So there'll be 2 on this side and then 2 on the other side. And so I'll end up having to put a steering support there in the middle. And so I don't have the column. It was supposed to get delivered on Friday, and it ain't here. So I can't get the final connection. I don't know exactly where that steering support's going to be because I need to get the column mounted in there and a seat and make sure the riding position's good and all that stuff. But as far as clearance and everything, this is going to work out fine. So, you know, the motor mount comes off of here. It sticks up, and like the actual engine is, you know, probably about like 3-4 inches away. I did check for clearance for this piece here for the pan, and I'm gonna have like 1.5 inches of clearance for the pan. So everything should be working out fine. You know, this piece, it goes up underneath the original motor mount. So it's underneath there, welded on the sides, the top, on the back side, everywhere. So that's completely solid. Then bends down, and then I notched around the cross member and welded it all the way around here as well. Welded the top part of this seam, the bottom part, and on the inside. So that's all one unit, and it's going to be plenty of beef. I think that's totally fine. I'm not worried about it anymore. I will end up plating this top piece here, but I'm not worried about that right now. It should be fine. So yeah, it was quite a debacle to get everything notched and built and everything around here, but now I got plenty of room for those U-joints to move around. Plenty of space for the support bearing and plenty of space for the double joint at the top. So should be good. All right, thanks. See you on the next one.